Magsitayo po tayong lahat para sa ating panalangin. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak at ng Diyos, Espiritu Santo. Amen. Ama naming Diyos, maraming salamat po sa pagkakataong ito na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin. Pag-uusapan po namin ang mga mahalagang bagay sa pagpupulong na ito. Naway samahan mo po kami sa pagkakataong ito na linisin mo po anumang makita mong masama sa aming puso at pag-iisip. Magtulungan po sana ang bawat isa na ipahayag anuman ang mga magagandang opinyon sa ikatatagumpay ng aming mga layunin. Dagdagan mo po kami ng karunungan at higit sa lahat ng pananampalataya na magagawa po namin ang mga bagay na mahihirap gawin sa pamamagitan ng tulong at awa mo po sa amin. Ipagkaloob mo po ang kapayapaan sa buong panahon ng aming pagpupulong. Hinihiling po namin ang lahat ng ito sa pangalan ni Jesus na aming dakilang tagapagligtas. Amen. Amen. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak at ng Diyos, Espiritu Santo. Good morning, everyone. I acknowledge the presence of the member of Bids and Awards Committee, Mrs. Heidelisa Mauricio, our Vice Chairperson.
Present.
Engineer Antonio B. Fernandez, a regular member.
Present.
And Engineer Salvador Ipalda, our provisional member.
Present.
From our DPWH, Engineer Patrick Ascanio, Engineer Michael Angelo D.G. Mariano, Engineer William B. Zamorano Jr., and Mr. Denver Largosa. From our back secretariat, Ms. Kristen Rose de Guzman, Mrs. Marjorie Cupin, and Mrs. Alitea Godoy. From our observer, Mrs. Luisa Santiago from COA via Zoom, and Engineer Alan De Jesus from LGU of Malabon.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sir. Sir Alan. Good morning to the back members and Secretariat and PWG. Today we have the pre-bid conference for the procurement of civil works to discuss the technical specifications for the project to be bid on December 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. at MMNDEO back conference room. The project to be bid, the contract ID number is 23OA0109, Rehabilitation of Concepcion Health Center, Barangay Concepcion, Malabon City. Brief description: Rehabilitation of Health Center. ABC is 4,949,094 pesos and 35 centavos. Source of funds: GAA CY 2023. Contract duration 120 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents 5,000. Pickup license size range small B, category C and D. So the technical specifications for ID number 23OA0109 will be discussed by Engineer Mariano.
Good morning, everyone. The scope of work for the contract ID number 23OA0109, Rehabilitation of Concepcion Health Center, Barangay Concepcion, Malabon City, is mainly for the rehabilitation of health center, which will include the masonry works, roofing works, painting works, plumbing works, and electrical works. For the standard specification and general requirements of the project, all work shall comply with the DPWH standard specification for public work structures, buildings, ports and harbors, flood control and drainage structures, and water supply systems. Structural design references from American Concrete Institute, ACI 318M-14, and detailing of reinforcing bar references from ACI 315. Construction tolerances shall conform with allowable deviations from ACI 117-06. Reinforced concrete shall develop the required compressive strength from the detailed engineering drawings. ACI 318M-14 requirements on a 1.4 limiting ratio shall be observed when there are varying concrete strength in the structure. Reinforcing steel shall have a minimum yield strength of 415 megapascals for reinforcing bar with diameters equal and greater than 12 millimeters, and a minimum yield strength of 275 megapascals for reinforcing bar with diameters less than 12 millimeters. The actual yield strength should exceed the actual yield strength by a factor of at least 1.25. Actual yield strength shall not exceed the specified yield strength by 18,000 psi. That's all po. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Mariano. Do you have any questions, Sir Alan De Jesus? Okay. Engineer Pahimna will be discuss the documents to be submitted by the bidders.
For contract ID 2308-0109, major category of works, building, repair. Similar category of works that shall be considered in the evaluation of the work experience required for the contract to be bid. Please refer to DO 117 series of 2017 revised guideline for the determinations of major and similar categories of work. The required key personnel and minimum years work experience, 5 years and general and 3 years and relevant. Project engineer, DPWH accredited engineer, materials engineer, DPWH accredited materials engineer, safety officer engineer, certified DOLA with 40 RC, SHP seminar, foreman, steelman, operator, welder, electrician, and skilled laborer. For the required equipment, are for ID number 2308-0109 are welding machine, disc grinder, cutting disc, dump truck, bar cutter, bar bender, concrete vibrator, one bagger mixer, and minor tools. For the laboratory equipment, please refer to DO number 11 series of 2017 for the minimum materials testing equipment. For the documents to be submitted by the bidders, for Class A documents, legal documents, submit the PhilJEP Certificate of Platinum Registration based on GPPB Resolution number 15-2021. For the technical documents, pickup or special pickup license in case of joint venture, statement of the bidder of all its ongoing government and private contract, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. For statement of the bidder, single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, adjusted to current price using Philippine Statistic Authority. Current price index should have a contract amount equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. A contract shall have considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the same major categories of work. For the financial documents, the bidder's audited financial statements showing, among others, the bidder's total and current assets and liabilities is stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. Tax return filed and taxes paid through the BIR electronic filing and payment system. Computation of an FCCC of at least equal to ABC. For Class B document, it is valid only for a joint venture agreement. Each partner of the joint venture shall submit the respective PhilJEP Certificate of Platinum Registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. The submission of technical and financial eligibility documents by any of the joint venture partners constitute compliance provided that the partner responsible to submit the NFCC shall likewise submit the statement of all of its ongoing contract and audited financial statements. Submission and receipt of bids is composed of technical proposal and financial proposal. For the technical proposal or first envelope, PhilJEP Certificate of Platinum Registration and Membership, pickup license and registration, special pickup license if joint venture, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC. Original copy of bid security with validity period of 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The procuring entity may request the bidders to extend the validity of their bid securities beyond 120 calendar days prior to their expiration if the funding source for the procurement project has yet to be approved and made effective. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration, no percentage required, or any form of bid security, cash or cashier's check, manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank equivalent to 2% of the ABC, bank draft guarantee or a revocable letter equivalent to 2% of the ABC, surety bond callable on demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security equivalent to 5% of the ABC, and net financial contracting capacity or NFCC computation. Project requirements. Organizational chart for the contract to be bid. List of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certifications of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project as case may be, and original duly signed omnibus sworn statement in accordance with section 25.3 of the IRR. You may use the revised format of the OSS. Please refer to Department Memorandum Circular Number 85 Series 2020. For the contents of the second envelope or financial proposal, bid form in accordance with the form prescribed format, bid price in the bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow by quarter. Any bid submitted after the deadline for submission and receipt of bids prescribed by the procuring entity shall be declared late and shall not be accepted by the procuring entity. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically, but bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Financial and technical envelopes shall be book-bounded on manual submission of bids. All documents, requirement, and financial and technical envelope are duly signed by the bidder and properly tagged for easy verification. Please submit the updated PDF certification of platinum registration. All assigned project engineer of the contractor shall be accredited by the DPWH. Ma'am, pasunod. In evaluation of bids, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The box shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which extend the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid. For price completeness, no price and required item non-responsive, indicating a zero or a dash free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid price and figures versus words prevail. Total price per item, unit price per item prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual prevails. And unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost and BOQ prevails. Post-qualification. During post-qualifications, the submitted documents requirement, like legal requirement, technical requirement, financial requirement, shall be checked and verified. If the bid is above ABC, disqualified. In contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with Section 37.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184.
Thank you, Engineer Panina. Do you have any questions? If none, if there are no other further questions, the pre-bid conference adjourned at 9:19 a.m.
Thank you po.